Hey, Justin here with SewLong. Today we're going to walk through how to install our shade sail on one of our folding canopy tops. So first things first, we've got the mounting brackets that will clamp onto the tower. You want to make sure that this little arrow is pointing backwards to the boat. That'll get the angle of the shade sail, the tips pointed out in just the right direction. So the trick is, first things first, to just put it on nice and loose, just to get all 4 of your clamps in. Especially if you're installing over water, you don't want to drop any bolts into the lake.
I did bring my tripod with me, so I'll be able to pull that out tomorrow.
The next step, once we've got our bolts in nice and loose, we'll want to adjust this so this plate is nice and flat to the outside of the boat and as far back as we can mount it, just before the bend in the curve. And then we'll go ahead and tighten up these screws nice and tight. Okay, next step is to put the mounting sockets on the mounting plate. You want to make sure they're symmetrical here. So we want to get the socket with the knob on it and the knob to go down, not the knob going up. So we're going to install these sockets with these little flathead screws. So there's an array of holes here, and you can adjust the shade sail to be the angle that you desire, how high or low the tips are. A good place to start is center with the top straight out. Now we've got this side done, we're going to repeat the process on the opposite side. And that's pretty much it. Just get the clamps installed. Again, you can adjust this angle and you're good to go. Moving on to step 2, we're going to show you how to actually install and use the shade sail. First step, grab your poles. They come in this nice little bag with the canvas, and they simply insert into the sockets. Next step is grab your shade sail, find the 2 grommets, and you just want to slip the grommet right over the tip here. So this is one of our expanding shade sails, and it's got this really neat little strap on the inside. We're going to leave it out for the moment, but if you want your shade sail to be a little bit shorter, you can actually pull the webbing and tighten this guy up and shorten it up. And there's a little pocket right here for this extra little bit of webbing to tuck in. And then your shade sail can be much shorter. Today we want to see the full length shade sail. Again, this is one of our expanding shade sails, exclusive to Centurion. So we're going to expand this all the way so we have a nice long shade sail. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this D-ring over the top and onto this little knob right here. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So this is one of our expanding shade sails, and you'll notice that there's a little pocket right here. You can tuck this extra bit of webbing in, or if you've got it collapse and you have a lot of webbing, it'll all tuck into that pocket, keep it nice and neat. Strap in there. I'm gonna wrap the strap over and catch it right on this knuckle here. Next step, we're gonna expand the carbon fiber poles. Stretch this out. I wanna do both sides. Lock those in and wrap the Velcro around them and come back and just make sure this side's nice and tight. Wrap the Velcro around, and voila, we're done. All right, one of the most common questions we get about our shade sails is, where does the rope go? Cool thing about our shade sail is we designed it with the rope in mind. With our carbon fiber poles up here, they don't interfere with the rope. The rope simply slips in between the bimini and the shade sail, on top of the bimini, under the shade sail, and then you've got clear access all the way around. Hop out, surf all you want, ropes in and out, not interfering at all with the shade sail. So take down, we're just gonna pop the Velcro, slide our poles in. Really quite simple. Undo the knobs, slide the pole out. All right, so pro tip, cover comes with a little shade sail. I'll just take the 2 and wrap my canvas up. Doesn't even need to be pretty. You can just wrap the canvas around the 2 poles, helps you do it, and that fits right into the bag nice and neat. And voila, you're done.